Hi, everybody. Welcome to the happy hour for Hump Day Edition. Woo! The three Ramigos are here, and hey, apologies for running a little bit late. Man, is it ever windy here? Probably about a couple hours north, they got snowfall warnings in effect. They can keep it up north up there. Pitcher Creek area getting a whole pile tonight. So stay safe out there in the wintry roads still here in Alberta. They say usually May long weekend is when we get to after May long weekend. Then they say then plant your flowers and stuff and get spring really rolling up here. But as we can see, baseball's already rolling, and Strider looked not bad for his first start back with the Blue Jays. Vladdy got on the board finally hit his first home run earlier today. Congratulations to Vladdy, and man, did that look like a relief. I think that might open the floodgates for him going forward a little bit more. So definitely a good start to the day there for the Blue Jays and company. As we always do, we'll get to the Cappers, see how their days are rolling along, and then we'll get right to those plays here on Wednesday's slate. Kick on over to Ramon. How you doing, Ramon?
Hey, real good, Rod. Real good, Ron. Good to see you guys here. Get ready for our Wednesday night. A couple more of the play-in games coming up here to set up that middle matchup. And, of course, daytime baseball. Love it on a Wednesday. We had some soccer, too. I hit my first play of the day in Major League Baseball. I've hit 6 of my last 7 and 10 of my last 12. So I'm ready to go here with some free picks and rolling with the premiums as well right now.
Fire. Good to see. Kicking on over to Ron. How you doing, Ron?
Had a beautiful day yesterday, 8-3, top of the leaderboard there, and come in this morning and then just blow it away. So, we lost Real Madrid. We did get that Harry Kane a goal there for Bayern Munich, and I did hit my diamond crusher. That's 12 of the last 15, so look for that tomorrow. Hit that with Milwaukee with ease today. So, let's get it back tonight.
Sounds good. Looking to hit on my 4th straight on my MLB play tonight. So hopefully we can get it there. Let's get into let's kick it off with the NBA. We got 2 games rolling here tonight. First one we're looking at in these matchups, we got the Heat. Heat up to a 1.5 dog there in that one now, facing off against the Bulls. Kind of just a quick little turnaround rematch here. Bulls winning that recent meeting to get this home court advantage here. Then we got Dallas taking on the Kings. Kings up to 5 points in some books. Still can see that 4.5 in some books, so definitely depending what side you want. Shop your number there. Quick little look at the injury reports and see what we got rolling. He's still got some questionable game time decisions here. Jovic, Larson, and Love game time decision for the Heat. On the Bulls side of things, Lonzo Ball and Trey Jones most likely out. Lonzo Ball says game time decision, but most likely he's not playing there. It says Terry and Giddey game time decision, but I expect Giddey and Terry to be rolling for the Bulls in that one. Looking at Dallas taking on the Sacramento Kings. Well, we know on the Kings side of things, no Monk. Laravia out for the Kings as well. Dallas side of things, Anthony Davis, game time decision, but I think Anthony Davis is playing there in that one tonight. And Williams, game time decision. He's still questionable whether he plays for Dallas or not. I'm quite sure that Anthony Davis plays, though. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in these 2 NBA games going tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, I got to agree. I think AD has to be in this lineup for sure. He might be in line for a big game, but I'm going to look to another prop here tonight in the Dallas-Sacramento game. I talked about, Sacramento with the firepower here, certainly. I think they can elevate their game a little bit and maybe get this number. And look, I think they have the best defensive player in Keon Ellis, and you're going to have Spencer Dinwiddie out there. He's going to need to contribute, but I'm going to end up going under his points prop here in this one. It's at 10.5, juiced under at minus 130, but I think it's really held down here tonight. And my play in the NBA here on the show is going to be Spencer Dinwiddie, under 10.5 points tonight between Dallas and Sacramento.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like here in these 2 NBA tonight?
Yeah, both my numbers hit last night. It's a 2-0 start to the NBA playoffs. I got a best bet right now. You can get that at Tony's Picks. But I'm going to look at the late game here. My number is a little too close. So I didn't want to. I got the Kings. They're not really good as a home favorite. They're 12-16-1. However, they're winning by about 5 points per game. We're looking at a 4.5 line. You look at the Dallas Mavericks on the road, and again, 14-15-1, but they're losing by 7. So that line's a little bit close. But I would have to lean to the Sacramento Kings at that 4.5.
And for me in these ones tonight, I'm going to take the over in the Kings and Dallas game. I think we see plenty of points. The things come down to, I think it opened at 220 and worked its way down to 213.5 there. And now one, I think that's just too light for these two squads going tonight. Much like we see in the last night's late game, it snuck up and over the total here in this one. You look what Dallas has been doing on the road in these road games, second half of the season. 13-4 to that over is Dallas in the second half of this year's games. And also was a road dog of 6 or less, 11-4 to the over. And we know the Sacramento Bulls team doesn't play a whole lot of defense. So give me the over 213 there in that one tonight. Should be some good ones here between these two in these two games. So looking forward to those ones. Let's kick it on over to the remaining slate in the MLB on the diamond. We'll kick it off looking at the Guardians taking on the Orioles. Next one up, we got Washington taking on Pittsburgh. Arizona taking on the Miami Marlins. We'll go all the way up to, we'll include the 640, another 640. Seattle taking on the Reds. And then 645 Giants taking on the Phillies. We'll stop there, go with those first 5 to kick off the MLB slate. What do you like there? Those ones, Ron?
Yeah, I'm looking at Seattle and Cincinnati. I think the unders here in play with Miller and Martinez. I know Martinez is traditionally not very good, but I'm going to look at the fact that Cincinnati and Seattle probably can't really hit the ball right now. And we got Bryce Miller on the mound for Seattle, so I know he's going to keep it a low game. I would lean to Seattle in that one as well. And then, of course, San Francisco every night. I know we dropped it last night, but we're going to get back on them tonight.
Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in these ones, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to head over to Washington taking on Pittsburgh here. Mitchell Parker's been pretty good so far, this young left-hander for Washington. 2-0 in 3 starts. They've won them all with a 1.96 ERA so far. And, well, Brady Falter, he's on the opposite end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh lost every game he started so far. He's 0-2. They're 0-3 in his starts. He's got a 7.2 ERA. So I'm going to look here for Washington. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to grab him in the first 5 here, I think, in this one with Washington this evening at Pittsburgh with Parker. Pittsburgh has a shaky bullpen, so you probably can ride with them all the way. But, man, I just like how this Parker has looked so far, holding batters to an average about 200 right now. So give me Washington first 5, and I think you can stretch it out to in full game.
Nice. And for me, here in this slate of action, I'm just looking at one here that I like. I'm going to go with Max Meyer here pitching. We know I don't like fade that, so I found a way that we could fade that. I think Max Meyer, you look what his starts have been doing, and he's been pitching well for the Marlins here this season. Love what I've seen from him. He's had 17 outs, 18 outs, 19 outs, and you look what his outs are at tonight. It's at 15.5. So I'm going to take Max Meyer over 15.5 outs here tonight for the Marlins. I think you can easily get that. He's done that in his previous 3 starts. So lay a little bit of juice there in this first slate. Give me Max Meyer over 15.5 outs. Should get us a nice little winner there on that one. Fading that. I also lean to the Marlins tonight. As we've seen fade that numbers. Hey, they haven't been horrible, right? But I think he's been a little lucky. I think he's due for one of those spots on the road to get roughed up a little. So I would lean to the Marlins as well. But love Max here to have a nice start. All right, let's kick it on to the late night slate of the MLB rolling along here. We'll kick it off Boston heading into Tampa. Little going in that one for the Rays. We got Kansas City taking on the Yankees. Clark Schmidt rolling for the Yankees there in that one. We got the Athletics taking on the White Sox. we got the Angels taking on Texas. Texas with the opener there, and that one won 4-0 in that one. And then we got Colorado taking on the Dodgers to end the night. We'll kick it on over to Ramon to get us started here in this slot. What do you like, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll head down to Tampa here with Boston and Tampa. You mentioned Sean Newcomb going up against Zach Littell. And for me, I'm going to end up on the under here. Now, if you look at the starters, you probably wouldn't think that way. Both guys have been roughed up pretty good here. But for me, I'm looking at these offenses. They've been solid for sure, but all of a sudden right now, Tampa rolled those runs. But I look back before the Boston exploded for that 7-run outburst, and they weren't putting much up here in the previous 4 games. So I'm going to end up on the under here. It is 9. That's part of the factor, I think, for me here in this one. I can't sell you, like I said, on these numbers too much with these starters, although Littell is 1-2 to the under in his 3 starts. His ERA is pretty elevated, but my numbers say under tonight here, 9 runs, Boston and Tampa.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like hearing these ones tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I said the last 2 days, Royals going to get one. Well, this is tonight. Bubik's on the mound. He's awesome. He's one of the future stars of the Kansas City Royals. He's got it working really good, strikeouts and everything with the veterans, Reagans and Lugo and Lorenzen. It's a great pitching staff for the Royals this year. So take them on the plus money in that one. I'm also going to look at the Tampa Bay Rays. They're 7-3 as home favorites this year, averaging winning by about a run and a half. Look at Boston as a road dog, not really good this year. They're actually losing by 2 runs per game, 2-5 on the year as a road dog, excuse me. And then we got Bobby Miller, right? He's back in for the Dodgers tonight. Colorado can't figure this team out. They're 1-10 on the road, losing by 3 runs per game. So extendo, lay it with the Dodgers.
And for me here in these games tonight, one I'm looking at is I like Tampa Bay here in this one. We've zigzagged the whole way, so this is the rubber match here. In that one, I'll take the rubber one to the Rays, the home squad. I like Zach Littell in that one. Both guys have been rubbed off for a little bit, but at home here, give me the Rays bats to come to life and get to Newcomb in that one and give him a little bit of run support. And the Rays grab the win there in that one. And then I agree. I like Bubik in this one, but I'm going to take Bubik in the first 5. I think he can mow down the Yankees early enough, and Kansas City can get some runs off of Clark Schmidt, because we know what Clark Schmidt can do. He can go eat some, Clark Schmidt in that one. So give us the Royals. I'm going to grab him in the first 5. Oh, yeah, he is ass.
I saw all kinds of names people were making up for Clark Schmidt, and you can probably guess what they were.
Oh, I'm
definitely. Sure. Mr. Smiley, that's what it was. Smiles. Clark Smiles. Definitely. Another one I'm looking at here in this one. I like the under against the Angels and Texas game. Yes, I know Corbin's on the mound. So yes, I'm going to take an under in Corbin Day with Texas rolling. We seen 4-0 yesterday, so is what most people think that we're going to see a smash fest in this one. Let me go the other way. I like the under 9.5 here in this matchup. We've just seen it. It's just kind of one of those things. I lean to Texas to get the win here again as well, because they've played well against right-handed pitching this season. 6-0 versus a right-handed starter this season is this Texas squad. And guess what? In those 6 wins versus right-handed pitching starters, they're 5-1 to that under. So give me the under there in that matchup with the lean to Texas to get the win in that one. And then I'm not hoping that maybe they're due. Hey, Herman Marquez going for Colorado. Maybe they're going to get one. I think some people were betting all the Rockies on this one, hoping that maybe they would get one. That's all I was taking in. I get the whole concept of you bet the Rockies all series long, and then you get one, you come out a little bit ahead. Well, not this Rockies team. Did we forget that the Rockies on the road are ass? They've only won. They don't win games on the road. They do not win games on the road to this Rockies team. And it's continuing this year. Bad Rockies on the road. As I said, maybe the 2.5 team total is the way to go again if you think they can get a couple runs. If you want to bet the Rockies, as I did last night. And we fell one little run short there. They had plenty of run time to pop one in, just couldn't get us that third run there last night. So it's the only way I could bet the Rockies there in that matchup. And I don't want to chase 2.5 or 3.5 with the Dodgers. No, a little early to try to get a team to try to win by 4. But I will take. I think Mookie Betts hits a home run here tonight. So give me Mookie. I think Mookie crushes one right up the park. Grab a Mookie Betts home run and a Mookie Betts RBI. A little 2-for-1 shot there with Mookie tonight because I think he's due for one. All right, let's skate on over to the ice with the few games we got rolling here tonight. Definitely a little lighter slot for me on the ice here. Let's do all 6 here at once. We got the Ducks taking on the Jets, and yes, Hellebuck is going to play there in that one. Jets is a 3-10 favorite there. Carolina taking on Montreal. Must win for Montreal. They need 1 point to get in to punch their ticket in that one. That's basically the one that has any meaningful consequences going. And then we got Detroit taking on the Devils. Dallas taking on Nashville. Hey, odds are going to start for Dallas there in that one. Not what I expect to see. Thought it was going to be the Smith, but nope. Odds are going to start. Vegas taking on Vancouver, and then the Oilers taking on San Jose. Looking on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the 6 games rolling in the NHL tonight?
Yeah, let's take a stab at some of these tonight and see what the true motivations are of these teams winding up. Got to wonder some of the personnel situations here for some of these teams. But if this is the way they're going to treat it, you mentioned Hellebuck, but I'm not sure Winnipeg's too interested in this one. I know they always beat up on Anaheim. Of course they do, but I'm going to take the over actually in Anaheim and Winnipeg here. I'm going to say that the interest isn't there to play too intense tonight. And hey, we're dealing here right now. A pretty favorable line here at 6, heavily juiced to the under. So my play in the group of games that don't mean anything, Rod, will be over in Anaheim and Winnipeg tonight.
I kick it on over to Ron. What do you like hearing these NHL games going tonight, Ron?
I think they're thanking God that it's over in Bridgestone Arena tonight. You know, if Dallas can't beat Nashville, then I'm done with them. But I wouldn't bet Nashville with Ramon's money. So give me the Stars in that one. And I got to play up for right now my NHL Blue Line best bet. Winner last night with Tampa Bay on the puck line. So you can get that right now at Tony's Picks. And looks like we got Mr. McDavid playing for Edmonton, huh? Let's see.
Yeah.
That's an interesting fact. Just like the Kings right now. Why the hell are you playing anybody last night? I didn't get that. I did not understand that at all. Sharks are bad at home. Give me Edmonton. I think Edmonton rolls in that one.
Well, yeah, you're trying to catch a fall knife with the Sharks. 0-16 are the Sharks versus the Pacific in their last 16. So fared so well versus the Pacific Division foes. And, I think they might have been hoping, going, "Hey, maybe we got a chance." No, wait, what do you mean McDavid's going to play? I think McDavid's tired of hearing the Oilers being called the walking wounded. He says they're healthy, ready to go, and they're ready to kick some ass. So if your captain's ready to lead you and get you going, as I said, I do think he can get them going, but how far can he get them going? Can be asking him to do a lot this year. So we'll see. See how far they can go. Should be quite the series versus the Kings. Skinner's going in net. He looked real good in the start, so that's who's supposed to start this one tonight for the Oilers, and that's what it's looking like to me that Skinner's going to be going for the Oilers as well. And I think he's got a nice little rest down the stretch, and everybody forgets what he did last year. He brought them all the way to the Game 7. He came roaring back there a couple times. He was down and out, and he dragged the team back, and especially in that Canucks series, he came delivered when it needed to be, and I think he does it again for the Oilers. He's the unsung hero. You got to remember, everybody's like, "Hey, Skinner's awful." It's like, what? He's only a couple years into the season, man, into his career. He's still a young guy, is Skinner. So, as I said, he also dealt with a newborn. At that Four Nations, he was dealing with a newborn baby. So, kind of give the guy a break. I can't wait for the plans to start. And then Montreal. Does Montreal get the win tonight? I'll be cheering for Montreal to get the win there tonight, for sure.
They don't. Columbus is on their heels tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be all up to Columbus. Is what it'll be. All of Canada will be tuned into the Columbus game tomorrow night if Montreal lets this one slip away again. You figure I figured for sure on the weekend that was your third chance to punch your ticket and you didn't do it. And well, this is your fourth chance. Let's see if you can. Fourth time's the charm. That'll be a new one, but I hope we get it done. I thought the Montreal the other night too. So
shootout loss the other night. Yeah.
And then another one I'm looking at here tonight. I am going to take a shot here with Nashville. I know why Dallas is starting on here tonight. They're on a losing streak. They're on a losing streak. Nobody wants to enter a Stanley Cup playoff on a losing streak. So Dallas is trying to get that monkey off their back of a 6-game losing streak, entering a playoff series versus Colorado. Well, guess what? You shouldn't be worried about that. This is one of those games you should not be worried about. You should be more focused on the Colorado squad that's focused on you. So I don't know. I think they might put a little bit too much emphasis on this game tonight, trying to get a win and end that streak. And Nashville decides to burst a bubble just for fun to send that hometown crowd happy.
The home finale, you'll see some mullets on the ice. They'll throw them on the ice tonight. So yeah,
it's in Nashville. Yep, let me go. Give me Nashville at the plus 145. Is the if I'm not mistaken, is that the biggest dog on the board? No, the Sharks are the biggest dog on the board. To end, if you want to catch the, well, let's pair it up. Let's take the Nashville Predators and the San Jose Sharks plus the puck and a half here in this one.
Just take the Rockies with it.
Yeah. Just take the Rockies to win. I ain't doing that. This is like Rocky 3. He's scared. He's scared. He's really scared.
Throw the damn towel, man. Throw the damn
towel. Right?
Ducks, Nashville Sharks. That might be my parlay today.
Parlay of the day.
That wraps up the NHL slate and the sports action here on this Wednesday night. As always, we appreciate each and every one who tunes in to the Happy Hour Daily. Give us a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And then that brings us to the parlay section, the player prop, game of the future, Women's Lingerie Bowl game. Somebody said we didn't want any lingerie football going. We did not say that.
What was that all about?
We just said we said we wanted the WNBA draft in lingerie. It would make it way more entertaining for people to tune in to the WNBA draft.
Like see some HBL lingerie.
Yes. I'm telling you, more people would definitely tune into that. Higgs just misinterpreted our words.
Yeah.
I think his wife was on his shoulder saying, "Hey, what are you talking about? Lingerie bowl stuff." I think he was going to get in trouble. What are you barbecuing tonight, Sean? Let us know in the comment section what you got barbecuing, or even send us a picture. I'll put it up here for you. So let's get to it. Parlay section, player prop. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Rod, I've got a 3-teamer of hockey games that don't matter. I'm going to go under in New Jersey and Detroit. I've kind of thrown this in there a little bit when just a few moments ago because I saw New Jersey, Dougie Hamilton's going to play. So let's go under with Detroit and New Jersey. I'm going to take under in the game that you mentioned with Dallas and Nashville. Like you said, watch out, Dallas. I'd still sit the guys. I agree, Rod. I'd rather take a 6-game, 7-game losing streak into the playoffs. Then you know you're going to have a team fired up and ready to be mad. But that's what Dallas wants to do. I'll take under with Dallas and Nashville. And I'm going to go over with Vegas Golden Knights and Vancouver tonight. We saw Vegas, right, going to get out the lead. Then they'll blow it. So what's going to happen is Vegas will lead like 3-1, 3-0. And then Vancouver will come back because Vegas will be ready to wrap it up and get going to the playoffs. So go over there in VGK and bank for a 3-teamer tonight. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, I'm ready to roll in the NBA playoffs. I've got my $19 discount best bet tonight in the NBA, and I also have play tonight in hockey in that big game. Going to save the premium for the big one, of course, there. And still got one on tab in Major League Baseball. Maybe I can have time to wrap them up in a 3-pack tonight. Join me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off those premium pick packages. Like I said, we're already on a pretty big roll here. I've won 10 of my last 12 premiums, 6 of my last 7 premiums, and we got the Padres and the Cubs under here to keep that going. Might be in there. It's going to be a few innings to go with my Padres back on a winning track. So join me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Going to have a big weekend. I'm on a roll right now. So hit me up with one of my boys here on the 2-for-1 capper promotional, and let's have a great sports betting weekend. We're almost there, so why not?
Definitely. Let's have it's almost to get to the weekend. We get some more. We get to introduce a few more. We get to get the another sport into some playoff action by the weekend. So looking forward to that. Kick it on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I got one baseball left. I got my NBA 3-point play, and then I got my NHL blue line best bets. You can get those. I already won my MLB best bet today with the Milwaukee Brewers. So get those right now at Tony's Picks for a parlay for tomorrow in the KBO. We're going to look at the KT Wiz. It's minus 125, minus 130 right now. And also in the Europa, Manchester United has no avenue that they can get to European football for next year. So they got to win this tournament. That's all there is to it. So take Man U minus 130, if I'm not mistaken, to beat Lyon. They already got a 2-1 lead in that thing too. So this is the second leg. And let me throw another KBO. This line makes no sense to me. I am not standing in front of the 16-3 LG Twins, and you're giving me as a dog. I'm taking them minus 105 LG Twins.
And for me tonight, we're going to go with we're going to go take the Nashville Predators on the money line. We're going to throw in the San Jose Sharks plus the 1.5, and we're going to take the Dallas Mavericks, Sacramento Bulls over the total. Little 3-teamers for us there. And then for me, over Tony's Picks tonight, hey, we're going for our 4th straight in my MLB play of the day. So head on over, scoop that up. I've got one more play for long-term subscribers as well. As I already mentioned before, we that 2-for-1 capper promotional. Can't go wrong with that. Over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hit the link in the description. Gets you right on over to the best we're making tonight. Definitely head on over. Love those ones there tonight. So join us. Best way to go is long term. That way you get that late steam play. We find out some late info that somebody tripped down the stairs on the way to the rink and injured themselves, and the big superstars out for the night. Hey, most of the time we'll run to the window and get that in there. And when we do, you get that email to you when you're aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. Best way to go is long term. One of those exclusive things. I haven't seen anybody else do that anywhere. So definitely jump aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. Hey, that wraps up our Wednesday slate here of the happy hour. As always, appreciate everybody that joins us here. It contributes to the chat. Richard Lockhart, hey, Yo-D in the chat as well. Andrew's in the chat.
I don't do that
in the chat.
I got one for you then. Yeah, Yo-D wants soccer play.
Ryan's in the chat. Chat it up. JM's in the chat. Mr. Weskers is in the chat. Sometimes we don't know what Mr. West is talking about. I think he's still talking about his Gators, still chomping it up.
That was Syracuse he's talking about.
Syracuse. Yeah, that was it. I thought he jumped ship. No, he went from Syracuse to the Gators. He totally bailed on the Syracuse, remember? He bailed on the Qs. He was like, you can't bail on them. I can bail on him, though. I know he did, and he jumped on Florida. And
it must be an orange thing.
It must be.
You like Auburn, too, right?
Yeah. He's trying to get you a Florida jersey, I heard.
I heard.
Trying to hook
Not like I can't go to the store and get one. Yep.
Still won't try to hook you up. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everybody here. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. Any more fine words before we head on out for the evening? What do you got?
Go with AOD, one of Mexican soccer play. I can't get too much off of some juice here a little bit, but my one play right now is Toluca minus a half a goal at San Luis tonight. About minus $1.45 on that, but that's all I have so far. But that's my Liga MX play for tonight. Toluca.
Nice. Get it. Get the winner. Thanks, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. We'll catch you again tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the Tony's Picks morning show. Till then, have yourself a good one. You'll see us again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern for the Tony Picks happy hour. We'll get some drinks flowing, some more winners. So definitely got some more NBA as well. We just don't know who's playing who yet on Thursday. So we'll get to it then. I believe it is.
We know that somebody's getting eliminated. 2 people eliminated tonight, though.
Friday. Is it Friday?
2 are getting eliminated tonight.
Yeah, so definitely have yourself a wonderful evening, everybody. Till then, catch you on the next one.